Well, Bruce Willis dropped in the other day.
And now Bruce Willis.
Bruce Willis.
Oh, no. You are so cool, you know, you are really cool.
From shouting over explosions in Die Hard to struggling to form a single sentence, Bruce Willis's life is a story of triumph, heartbreak, and resilience. Behind the fame and stunts lies a man whose personal battles were as epic as any Hollywood blockbuster. What his family endured will leave you speechless. Bruce Willis was born on March 19, 1955, in a small German town called Idar Oberstein. His father, David Willis, was an American soldier stationed there, and his mother, Marlene, was German. From the very beginning, Bruce's life was split between two worlds, American and German, shaping a childhood that was both unique and challenging. At just 2 years old, the family relocated to New Jersey. Adjusting to a new culture and a modest lifestyle was far from easy. Bruce's father worked with metal, and his mother took small jobs at local banks. Money was tight, and Bruce often felt like he didn't fit in. Surrounded by rough neighborhoods and factory workers, he had to find his own way in a world that seemed indifferent to him. At age 6, Bruce developed a stutter. Words got trapped in his throat. Laughter from classmates followed, and his confidence began to crumble. Children nicknamed him Buck Buck, mocking a struggle he could not control. Social isolation became a daily reality. Studies show that 5 to 10% of children experience stuttering, often leading to social challenges and emotional distress. Bruce experienced that isolation firsthand. He fought back the only way he could, with his fists and imagination. Introverted and thoughtful, he learned to protect himself physically and emotionally. Yet even in the midst of this struggle, seeds of resilience were being planted. By age 15, Bruce discovered drama. Joining the school drama club, he stepped on stage for the first time, and the stutter vanished. Speaking became effortless when he embodied a character, and for the first time, he felt heard. Acting gave him a voice that had been silenced for years. High school was still a battlefield. Bruce often avoided class to escape the scrutiny of peers. He pulled pranks to divert attention from his speech, trying to camouflage his anxiety. But the drama club became his sanctuary. Every line he read on stage was a small victory. Teachers began to notice his talent, his charisma, and his ability to command attention without fear. His leadership skills also started to emerge. Bruce became the student council president, learning early how to balance visibility with humility. High school taught him lessons that would last a lifetime: discipline, adaptation, and the art of turning weaknesses into strengths. Later, he attended Montclair State University, where speech therapy and theater studies further honed his skills. Studies indicate that participation in performing arts can increase adolescent confidence and communication abilities by up to 40%. For Bruce, every therapy session, every line memorized, was a step toward the man he would become. In 1977, Bruce moved to New York City, leaving behind the familiarity of home with nothing but determination. He had no money, no contacts, and few prospects. Bartending became a survival tactic, but Bruce transformed the bars into stages. He played harmonica for tips, made patrons laugh, and performed impromptu shows. Every interaction, every performance sharpened his craft. He auditioned relentlessly for off-Broadway plays, attending over 100 auditions in his first year. Statistics suggest that most NYC actors face similar struggles, with roughly 85% living below the poverty line during their first year. Bruce experienced that harsh reality firsthand. During this time, he met John Goodman, forging a bond that would help sustain him. Together, they performed wild, improvised plays that stunned small audiences. Bruce faced setbacks, once breaking his nose in a fight, but he refused to let them define him. The lessons of resilience and hustle were cemented during these formative years. By 1985, Bruce's persistence brought him to the moonlighting audition. He had been rejected 11 times before his final chance. With a shaved head, earrings, and fearless ad-libs, he won the producers over. Overnight, he went from earning $1,500 per episode to $50,000. Behind the scenes, the show was a whirlwind. Co-star tensions, grueling scripts, and exhaustive schedules pushed him to the edge. In 1988, Bruce collapsed from exhaustion, a stark reminder of the cost of success. Yet his magnetic presence on screen kept audiences captivated. At a time when moonlighting cost $1.5 million per episode, double the industry norm, Bruce proved he could command attention and deliver results under pressure. Die Hard would change everything. The studio offered $5 million for Bruce to lead, after turning down big names like Arnold Schwarzenegger and Sylvester Stallone. Filming was relentless. Explosions, stunts, and intense action sequences tested his limits. During one scene, a detonation caused permanent hearing loss in his left ear. When the film released in 1988, it earned over $140 million worldwide, establishing Bruce as a relatable everyman hero. Stunt coordinators estimate he performed about 80% of his own stunts, cementing his reputation as fearless and authentic. The Die Hard franchise would eventually gross over $1 billion globally, proving that Bruce's rise was no accident. It was built on resilience, talent, and grit. Bruce Willis's personal life has often been as dramatic as the roles he played on screen. In 1987, he married actress Demi Moore, a union that instantly became a Hollywood headline. At the time, both were rising stars navigating the dizzying demands of fame, yet they shared a bond rooted in mutual respect and ambition. Together, they welcomed 3 daughters, Rumor, Scout, and Tallulah, each of whom brought joy and purpose into Bruce's increasingly hectic life. Life in Hollywood, however, was anything but simple. The bright lights and red carpets masked the pressures of maintaining a family under constant public scrutiny. Paparazzi images, tabloid speculation, and persistent gossip became a daily reality. For Bruce, a man who valued privacy and authenticity, this intrusion often felt suffocating. Marital strain emerged, not from a lack of love, but from the relentless intensity of fame. Work schedules were grueling. Bruce was filming blockbuster movies, including Die Hard 2 and Pulp Fiction, while Demi's career was simultaneously flourishing. Time together was scarce, and the stress began to accumulate. In 2000, after 13 years of marriage, Bruce and Demi divorced. The settlement totaled $90 million, a staggering figure but a reflection of their status as Hollywood royalty. Research shows that celebrity divorces often exceed $50 million, and custody battles can stretch over 2 to 3 years. While the financial aspect made headlines, the emotional toll on the family was significant. Raising 3 young daughters amidst divorce and public attention required careful navigation, and Bruce faced the challenge with resilience, striving to remain a present and supportive father. Years later, Bruce found love again with model and actress Emma Heming. Their relationship was quieter, shielded from the glare of Hollywood tabloids, and it offered Bruce a sense of stability he had long sought. In 2009, the couple married, and they welcomed 2 daughters, Mabel Ray in 2012 and Evelyn Penn in 2014. The blended family created a new dynamic, combining 2 households with sensitivity and care. Bruce embraced the role of stepfather while continuing to nurture his bond with his older daughters. Family dinners, holidays, and quiet moments at home became grounding experiences amidst a life defined by high-octane work and public attention. Despite his successes, Bruce faced ongoing personal challenges. Struggles with alcohol at various points in his life tested both his health and his relationships. Public rumors and lawsuits occasionally threatened to overshadow his achievements, reminding him that celebrity comes with scrutiny few can escape. Yet through it all, Bruce's character, his dedication to family, humility, and resilience remained steadfast. He demonstrated that even amidst chaos, it is possible to prioritize love, loyalty, and stability. Bruce Willis's personal journey highlights the complexities of living in the public eye. Fame, money, and celebrity culture bring glamour, but they also carry emotional burdens. His life serves as a reminder that true strength is measured not just by success on screen, but by the courage, patience, and devotion shown behind closed doors. From navigating a high-profile divorce to blending a family with care and compassion, Bruce's story is one of love, perseverance, and enduring commitment to those who matter most. Bruce Willis's career, by any measure, was a thrilling roller coaster, full of dazzling peaks and humbling risks. After the monumental success of Die Hard, Bruce could have easily settled into the safety of an action hero typecast. Instead, he deliberately sought roles that challenged him, pushed boundaries, and showcased his versatility. Films like Pulp Fiction, 1994, 12 Monkeys, 1995, The Fifth Element, 1997, and Armageddon, 1998, reflected not only his range, but also a fearless willingness to take risks. Each project demanded something different from him. Tarantino's nonlinear storytelling required precise timing and nuance. Terry Gilliam's dystopian vision demanded an intense, psychologically complex performance, while The Fifth Element mixed science fiction with comedy, requiring him to balance absurdity and gravitas. And in Armageddon, he wasn't just acting, he was anchoring an ensemble cast in a blockbuster spectacle that grossed over $553 million worldwide. But Bruce's ambition wasn't limited to acting. In 1987, he ventured into music with the album Return of Bruno. Critics were skeptical, yet the album surprisingly achieved gold certification in the UK, proving that Bruce's charisma could transcend mediums. He approached every new challenge with the same combination of audacity and preparation that defined his film career. His financial acumen was another side of his professional brilliance. The 1989 comedy Look Who's Talking was a case study in smart decision-making. Bruce negotiated a deal that netted him $10 million for just 4 days of shooting, an impressive feat at the time. Many actors would have been tempted to take a standard salary, but Bruce's understanding of value and timing elevated him from a working actor to a strategic business player. Yet, as with any career marked by daring moves, there were setbacks. Not every gamble paid off. Films such as Heart's War, 2002, and Bandits, 2001, underperformed at the box office and received mixed reviews, reminding Bruce that even proven talent could face public indifference or critical scrutiny. Despite these disappointments, he never allowed failure to define him. Instead, each underwhelming project became a lesson about script choice, audience taste, and the unpredictable nature of Hollywood. The numbers tell a compelling story. Pulp Fiction grossed $214 million globally. 12 Monkeys earned $168 million, and Armageddon brought in over $500 million. These figures represent more than financial success. They symbolize Bruce's ability to captivate audiences, reinvent himself, and persist in an industry where many fade quickly. Through every high and low, Bruce's career exemplified a fearless embrace of risk, a dedication to craft, and a willingness to reinvent himself. He didn't merely play characters, he inhabited them, leaving an indelible mark on cinema history. Every triumph was hard-earned, and every misstep was a stepping stone, underscoring a central truth. Success in Hollywood, as in life, is never guaranteed, but the courage to pursue it relentlessly can create a legacy that endures. By the mid-2010s, Bruce Willis's career had begun to shift. Once a dominant force in Hollywood, he increasingly appeared in low-budget, straight-to-video films that lacked the creative spark and high production value of his earlier work. Fans noticed a difference in his performances. There was an energy missing, a subtle decline in his trademark charm and timing. For someone who had once executed stunts that left audiences on the edge of their seats, this period was a quiet but undeniable signal that his journey was entering a new, more vulnerable phase. In 2022, the truth behind the change emerged. Bruce was diagnosed with aphasia, a neurological condition that affects speech and communication. Words, sentences, and the confident ease he once displayed became difficult to manage. Aphasia impacts approximately 2 million Americans, often disrupting lives and careers in profound ways. For Bruce, a man whose career was built on dialogue, timing, and connection, this diagnosis struck at the very core of his identity. Soon after, it became clear that he was also facing frontotemporal dementia, a progressive condition that affects behavior, personality, and decision-making. Though rare, affecting roughly 15 per 100,000 people under 65, it explained. The unusual performances and inconsistent public appearances in recent years. Despite these challenges, Bruce's spirit remained resilient. During the COVID-19 lockdown in 2020, he spent months at home, quarantined with Demi Moore and their daughters. The family's time together, while born out of necessity, created moments of unexpected warmth and viral joy. Fans around the world saw a side of Bruce often hidden behind explosions, action sequences, and Hollywood glamour. A devoted father, laughing and joking with his children, finding comfort in family bonds. Videos of playful interactions, heartfelt conversations, and casual moments became a testament to the man behind the legend. A man facing immense challenges, yet refusing to let them define his humanity. By 2025, recognizing the increasing care needs, Bruce moved to a specialized care home, a facility equipped to handle his medical and emotional needs. The cost of such specialized care is significant, estimated at $200,000 per year. But for a family determined to provide comfort and dignity, it was a necessary step. The move marked the end of one chapter and the beginning of another, one defined not by box office numbers or stunt work, but by compassion, support, and the quiet strength of survival. Bruce's later years illustrate a profound reality. Even heroes are human. His life reminds us that fame and fortune do not shield anyone from illness, vulnerability, or the slow unraveling of once dominant abilities. Yet, in the face of these trials, Bruce continues to inspire, not through action sequences or explosive performances, but through the courage to accept help, the humility to step back, and the love he shares with family. Aphasia and dementia may have silenced some of his words, but the essence of Bruce Willis, the resilience, the humor, the heart, remains unmistakable. His journey in these later years is a lesson in dignity, adaptation, and the enduring power of human spirit. Bruce Willis's life is more than a Hollywood story. It is a lesson in resilience, adaptability, and humility. From a small German town to the bright lights of Hollywood, his journey shows that success is rarely handed to anyone. It is earned through persistence, courage, and an unwavering belief in oneself. Even as a child, Bruce faced challenges that could have defined him: stuttering, bullying, and the feeling of not belonging. But he refused to be limited by circumstances. Those early struggles became the foundation of a resilience that would carry him through decades of personal and professional trials. He transformed weaknesses into strengths, learning to use his voice on stage, in front of cameras, and ultimately to command audiences worldwide. Each setback in his career, from endless auditions in New York to grueling off-Broadway performances, was met with determination rather than despair. Bruce never allowed failure to be permanent. It became a teacher, shaping him into the actor who could perform 80% of his own stunts in Die Hard and carry films that redefined the action genre. His adaptability, whether navigating Hollywood contracts or experimenting with music, demonstrates that success comes to those willing to embrace risk and step outside comfort zones. Bruce's personal life, though often scrutinized, reflects the same lessons of perseverance and loyalty. Marriages, divorces, blended families, and public battles with rumors or health challenges did not break him. Instead, They highlighted his capacity to balance vulnerability with strength, his dedication to family, his ability to reconcile personal struggles with professional demands, and his authenticity in the public eye make him relatable to audiences beyond the silver screen. These aspects of his life are as inspiring as his cinematic achievements, showing that true heroism is not only about bravery in front of cameras, but also about courage in facing life's unseen battles. Even in recent years, as Bruce confronted aphasia and frontotemporal dementia, his influence remains powerful. The laughter he once inspired, the characters he brought to life, and the values he embodied continue to resonate with millions. His legacy reminds us that success is not defined solely by awards, box office numbers, or fame, but by the strength to overcome personal hardships, embrace challenges, and live with purpose. If Bruce's story teaches us anything, it is this: life will throw obstacles, but perseverance and humility can turn trials into triumphs. Every struggle, seen or unseen, shapes who we are and what we can achieve. So, remember Bruce's journey the next time you face your own challenges. Stand tall, embrace your weaknesses, and transform them into your greatest strengths. If this story inspired you, make sure to like, share, and subscribe so more people can discover the incredible journey of resilience and determination that is Bruce Willis. Comment below and tell us which part of his life resonates with you the most. Let's celebrate courage together. Courage together.